In 2026, Dolby Atmos isn't a luxury anymore. It's finally affordable. Today we're testing the top 7 affordable Dolby Atmos soundbars. And trust me, number 1 will shock you. Stick around, hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment for more. Number 7. Samsung HW-S800B. Kicking things off at number 7, we have the Samsung HW-800B, a slim, lifestyle-friendly Dolby Atmos bar that shows you don't need size to deliver impact. At just over an inch tall, the S800B barely takes up any space. You could slide it under almost any modern TV, and it would disappear visually. But the magic happens when you press play. Despite its compact form, this 3.1.2 channel setup with a wireless subwoofer produces a surprisingly wide and immersive Atmos stage. Samsung has equipped this bar with up-firing drivers that bounce sound off your ceiling, creating that overhead dimension Atmos is famous for. Dialogue is crisp, the sub-packs punch without being overwhelming, and the bar handles both movies and music with ease. But here's the real trick. Samsung baked in Q Symphony compatibility. If you also own a Samsung TV, the soundbar doesn't just take over. It works together with the TV speakers, expanding the stage even further. For apartments, small living rooms, or anyone who doesn't want a bulky setup, this feature feels like cheating. It also comes with wireless Dolby Atmos via Wi-Fi, meaning you don't need to clutter your setup with HDMI cables if you're streaming Atmos content from apps like Netflix or Disney+. That's a rarity at this price point. Now, is it going to match the raw power of bigger, chunkier soundbars higher up on this list? Not quite, but for under $700, and often found at much lower sale prices, it's one of the smartest ways to get into Atmos in 2026 without sacrificing living room aesthetics. The HW-S800B proves that Atmos doesn't always need size. Sometimes, it just needs smart design. Number 6. JBL Bar 700. Sliding into number 6, we've got the JBL Bar 700, a soundbar that doesn't just want to sit under your TV. It wants to shake your room and prove that affordable Atmos can still feel like a premium theater experience. At first glance, the Bar 700 looks sleek and minimal, but there's a twist. Its surround speakers are detachable. That's right, the ends of the soundbar literally pull off and become wireless, battery-powered rears. Place them behind your couch, and suddenly you've transformed a single bar into a true 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos system. No extra wires, no complicated setup, no receiver. Just plug, play, and surround yourself in cinema. And then there's the subwoofer. JBL didn't cut corners here. The Bar 700 packs a powerful 10-inch wireless sub that delivers the kind of rumble you feel in your chest during explosions, car chases, or action sequences. Movies that felt flat on TV speakers suddenly have weight and impact. But it's not just brute force. JBL has been refining their sound signature for years, and the Bar 700 balances deep bass with clear vocals and sparkling highs. Dialogue doesn't get buried under sound effects, and music playback is punchy enough to double as your daily speaker system. Connectivity? JBL made sure the Bar 700 feels future-ready. You get HDMI eARC for uncompressed Atmos, built-in Wi-Fi streaming with AirPlay 2 and Chromecast, and voice assistant compatibility. Plus, it works with JBL's One app, so you can fine-tune EQ or calibrate your room with just a few taps. Now, here's the kicker. When you want a clean look, just dock those detachable rears back onto the main bar. They recharge automatically, no cables, no fuss. It's one of the most user-friendly Atmos designs on the market, and it's a big reason why this bar made the list. Who is it for? If you love the idea of real surround sound but don't want to run wires across your living room, the JBL Bar 700 is one of the smartest affordable options in 2026. You get true Atmos immersion, punchy bass, wireless flexibility, and the reliability of a brand that's been in the audio game for decades. The JBL Bar 700 is proof that affordable Atmos doesn't have to be fake Atmos. With detachable rears and a thunderous sub, It brings you the real deal without the real hassle. Number 5. LG S75QR. And number 5, we're stepping into LG's world of soundbars with the LG S75QR, a model that has quietly become one of the best value Dolby Atmos soundbars in 2026. If you've been hunting for that balance between premium features and affordable pricing, this one might be your sweet spot. The S75QR isn't just another budget Atmos bar. LG gave it a 5.1.2 channel setup, complete with upward-firing drivers to create true Atmos effects. Unlike virtual soundbars that pretend to throw sound above you, these dedicated speakers actually project height channels, so you can feel the difference when a helicopter passes overhead or rain pours down in a movie scene. The real gem here, though, is LG's decision to include rear surround speakers right in the box. Most affordable Atmos bars stop at a subwoofer, leaving you to upgrade later. Not here. With the S75QR, you get a full surround package from day one. Sound coming at you from the front, the sides, the top, and now the back. For under $700, that's a huge win. Of course, the subwoofer deserves its own spotlight. It's wireless, deep, and tuned to add richness without overwhelming the mids and vocals. Action movies have that cinematic punch, but even quieter films keep their detail and dialogue clarity intact. On the software side, LG equips the S75QR with AI Sound Pro, their proprietary AI-based audio tuning. It automatically analyzes what you're watching, whether it's sports, dialogue-heavy drama, or music, and optimizes sound in real time. Think of it as a soundbar that learns how to perform better for each scene without you lifting a finger. Connectivity is just as polished. You get HDMI eARC for uncompressed audio, Bluetooth for casual streaming, and seamless integration with LG TVs. Pair it with one of LG's OLEDs, and you'll unlock Wow Orchestra, a feature that syncs the TV speakers with a soundbar for an even bigger soundstage. Who's this for? The LG S75QR is perfect for someone who wants a complete Dolby Atmos home theater experience without breaking the bank. You don't have to buy extra rear speakers, you don't need complicated calibration tools, and you won't feel like you compromised on sound. It's simple, powerful, and immersive right out of the box. The LG S75QR proves you don't need to spend over $1,000 to get the full Dolby Atmos effect. It delivers height, surround, and depth in one affordable package. Number 4. Sony HT-A5000. At number 4, we land on a soundbar that has carried Sony's cinematic DNA into the homes of countless movie lovers. The Sony HT-A5000. And even in 2026, this model still stands tall as one of the most complete Dolby Atmos soundbars under $1,000. And yes, you can often find it discounted into the affordable bracket. Sony has always had an edge in sound design. They're the same company behind PlayStation audio engines, cinema-grade mastering, and studio reference gear. So when they make a soundbar, they don't play around. The HT-A5000 is a 5.1.2 channel powerhouse, but what really sets it apart is how realistic and room-filling it sounds. Instead of just relying on upward drivers for Atmos, Sony uses their own secret weapon: vertical surround engine and 360 spatial sound mapping. What does that mean in plain language? Imagine you're watching Top Gun: Maverick. The jets roar overhead, bullets ricochet to the side, and dialogue cuts sharply through the center. Yet you don't have speakers cluttering every corner of your living room. The bar itself and Sony's psychoacoustic tech trick your brain into hearing a bubble of sound that surrounds you. But here's where the A5000 earns its stripes. It's modular and future-ready. Out of the box, it sounds incredible on its own. But if later you want to add more immersion, Sony sells wireless rear speakers and a subwoofer that connects seamlessly. This flexibility is huge. You can start with just a bar for under $700 when on sale, and then upgrade step by step, turning it into a full theater-grade setup without replacing the core system. Performance-wise, the A5000 doesn't shy away from music either. Sony's high-res audio certification and 360 reality audio support mean this bar isn't only for movie nights. It's also a legit music system. Jazz, EDM, Classical. You'll hear detail and separation that budget bars just can't touch. Gaming fans, listen closely. Pair the HT-A5000 with a PlayStation 5 or even an Xbox Series X, and you unlock auto HDR tone mapping and low-latency audio syncing. Explosions don't just sound powerful. They feel timed perfectly with your controller's rumble. This is the kind of detail that makes or breaks immersion when you're gaming for hours. Connectivity is as premium as it gets. HDMI 2.1 pass-through with support for 4K 120 and 8K video, eARC for Atmos, plus Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Chromecast, Spotify Connect, and even AirPlay 2. Basically, whether you're streaming music, gaming, or watching movies, it's built for every scenario. Who should buy the Sony HT-A5000? If you want something that's simple today, but expandable tomorrow, this is the one. It's for the buyer who says, I want Atmos, I want clarity, I want detail, but I don't want to be locked into a box. It gives you room to grow your theater setup as your budget and space allow. The Sony HT-A5000 is more than a soundbar. It's an upgrade path. Start small, sound huge, and expand when you're ready. Number 3. Samsung HW-Q800D. Sliding into number 3, we're entering Samsung's world again. This time with the Samsung HW-Q800D, a soundbar that punches way above its price tag in 2026. If you've been looking for real Dolby Atmos without overspending, this one is a serious contender. On paper, it's a 5.1.2 channel system, but don't let the numbers fool you. Samsung built this bar with dedicated up-firing speakers, a wireless subwoofer, and some of the smartest audio processing available today. That means when you fire up a blockbuster like Dune Part 2, the sandstorms don't just roar from the front. They swirl over your head, wrap around the room, and drop you right in the chaos. Where the Q800D really shines is Samsung's Q Symphony feature. If you own a Samsung TV, the soundbar doesn't replace your TV speakers. It actually works with them, syncing both systems for a bigger, fuller stage. Imagine your TV screen becoming part of the audio system. Dialogue snaps into the center, effects widen, and the Atmos ceiling height feels even taller. For apartment dwellers or living rooms where you can't set up a full 7.1 system, this is a game changer. Now let's talk bass. The included wireless sub isn't just about boom. It's tuned to stay tight and controlled. Explosions have weight, yes, but the sub doesn't drown out whispers or dialogue. Watching thrillers where tension builds with quiet sound design, you won't lose those delicate cues. Another big win here is Adaptive Sound 2.0, Samsung's AI-based tuning. The bar listens to what's happening on screen and adjusts on the fly. Sports broadcasts sound energetic and crowd-heavy, while a dialogue-heavy drama gets sharper voices without you having to hit the remote. It's like having an audio engineer inside the soundbar, tweaking every scene for clarity. And let's not ignore the gamers. With HDMI 2.1 pass-through, VRR, and ALLM, the Q800D is fully ready for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Explosions, gunfire, and music cues are synced to the millisecond, meaning you never feel that annoying lag between picture and sound. Connectivity-wise, you got HDMI eARC, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi, plus Dolby Atmos support through wireless streaming if you're using newer Samsung TVs. This isn't just a bar that plays Atmos through HDMI. It's smart enough to do it without wires too. Who's this for? The HW-Q800D is built for the viewer who wants an Atmos experience that feels premium but stays affordable. You don't need to spend $1,500 or fill your living room with wires. You just plug this in, sync it, and suddenly your movie nights sound like a theater. The Samsung HW-Q800D proves you don't need the flagship to get the full Atmos thrill. It brings cinematic overhead effects, booming bass, and smart features into a price bracket that still feels accessible. Number 2. JBL Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches. Coming in strong at number 2, we've got the JBL Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches, a soundbar that proves you don't need to sacrifice immersion when you're on a budget. JBL has been sharpening their home theater lineup for years, and the Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches represents that perfect balance. affordable price, modular design, and true Dolby Atmos performance. The headline feature here? Detachable wireless rear speakers. This is JBL's genius move. Instead of selling you rears as optional add-ons, the Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches includes them right in the package. And better yet, they charge by docking directly onto the soundbar. When you're ready for a movie night or gaming session, just pull them off, place them behind you, and boom, instant surround sound. No messy wires, no outlets needed. That flexibility makes it one of the most user-friendly Atmos solutions in 2026. But the magic doesn't stop there. The 5.1.2 channel system comes with dedicated up-firing drivers for Atmos, so you're getting authentic overhead sound, not just virtualization tricks. Watching Avatar, The Way of Water, you'll hear waves crashing above, voices echoing across the ocean, and action sequences wrapping around your head. It feels like a bubble of sound is floating right inside your living room. JBL's 10-inch wireless subwoofer deserves its own spotlight too. Unlike smaller budget bars that struggle with bass, the Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches brings cinema-grade low-end. Explosions are thunderous, music gets punchy, and gaming effects hit with real weight. Yet the bass doesn't overwhelm. It stays balanced, letting mids and highs breathe. And here's a big selling point. HDMI ARC, 4K Dolby Vision pass-through, and built-in Wi-Fi streaming with AirPlay 2, Chromecast, and Alexa multi-room music. This makes the Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches not just a home theater tool, but also a music hub. Stream Spotify, Apple Music, or Tidal, and you've basically got a party system ready to go. JBL also added Pure Voice technology, which automatically enhances dialogue, so voices stay clear even in chaotic scenes. That means you won't be cranking the volume just to hear conversations, and then rushing to turn it down when an action scene explodes. It keeps everything leveled intelligently. Who should buy this? The JBL Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches is for people who want affordable Dolby Atmos without the usual compromises. You're getting real height channels, detachable rears, a thunderous sub, and an easy setup. It's for families, gamers, or movie lovers who want to transform their living room into a full surround sound space without dropping $1,500 or more. The JBL Bar 802 Malawian Kwaches isn't just an affordable Atmos bar. It's a theater in a box, giving you overhead sound, rear speakers, and deep bass, all at a price that feels almost unfair. Number 1. Samsung HW-Q990D. At number 1, we crown the Samsung HW-Q990D, the undisputed king of affordable Dolby Atmos soundbars in 2026. It's not just good for its price range. It's so feature-packed that even audiophiles are calling it the closest thing to a full AV receiver system without the cables and complexity. This beast delivers a 1.4 channel setup. Yes, you heard that right. 11 channels, 1 sub, and 4 height channels, all packed into a sleek bar with wireless components. The Q990D doesn't just simulate Atmos. It delivers the real theater experience at home. Imagine sitting in your living room watching Oppenheimer. The low rumble of the atomic test vibrates through your chest. Dialogue feels like it's anchored right in front of you, and subtle sound effects flutter over your head with eerie precision. This is Atmos done properly. The package includes wireless rear speakers with built-in up-firing drivers, so your surround bubble isn't just front-heavy. It literally wraps all around you. Explosions travel from front to back, voices echo with space, and nature documentaries suddenly feel like you're inside the jungle. Few soundbars can claim this level of immersion without needing dozens of separate speaker boxes. Samsung's Q Symphony feature also comes into play here. Pair this soundbar with one of Samsung's premium TVs, and the two work together, Bar plus TV speakers, creating an even more massive, three-dimensional wall of sound. Instead of one device replacing the other, they join forces for a richer soundstage. Then there's the subwoofer, a powerful wireless unit tuned for clarity and depth. It gives you the cinematic slam for action movies, but also the finesse to handle softer genres like jazz, acoustic music, or dialogue-heavy dramas. The balance is impeccable, making the Q990D as good for music lovers as it is for film junkies. On the tech side, the Q990D supports Dolby Atmos, DTS, X, HDMI 2.1 pass-through with 4K per 120Hz in VRR, making it perfect for gaming setups. Add Wi-Fi streaming, AirPlay 2, Chromecast, Spotify Connect, and Alexa/Google Assistant integration. And this isn't just a soundbar, it's a smart audio hub. Who's this for? The Samsung Q990D is for the person who says, I want it all, but I don't want to build an AV receiver system. It's for families who want movie theater immersion in the living room, for gamers who demand lag-free Atmos audio, and for music lovers who want rich, detailed sound. It's the best all-around Atmos system under $1,500, often discounted into a surprisingly affordable bracket for what it offers. The Samsung Q990D doesn't just take the top spot, it sets the gold standard for what affordable Atmos can feel like in 2026. Final outro/CTA. So there you have it, our countdown of the top 7 affordable Dolby Atmos soundbars for 2026. From the entry-level steals like the TCL Alto 9 Plus to the modular flexibility of the JBL Bar 802 Malawing Quatches, and finally to the king, the Samsung Q990D. There's an Atmos soundbar here for every living room, every budget, and every kind of viewer. But here's the real takeaway. Atmos isn't just a spec anymore. It's an experience you can actually afford. You no longer need a massive budget or a complicated receiver setup to hear movies and games the way they were meant to sound. With these soundbars, you can bring the cinema home and do it without breaking the bank. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these soundbars do you think delivers the best value for 2026? Are you Team Samsung with their Q Symphony Magic, or do you love JBL's detachable surround speakers, or maybe Sony's expandability with the HT-A5000? Drop your pick in the comments below. I'll be diving in and responding to your takes. And if you found this guide helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive home theater breakdowns, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next guide, because 2026 is just getting started, and I've got even more buyer's guides and product lineups on the way. Until then, enjoy your movie nights, your game sessions, your music playlists. And remember, with the right soundbar, you don't just watch entertainment, you live inside it.